out to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Quinshon Judkins. And space tough to come by there as they get maybe a yard to the 37. Yeah, look at this Baltimore defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
2nd and 10.
No, we changed it.
To throw is Jackson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Mason Graham
Forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll drop to throw. Complete. This is Mitchell. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
He'll get this to Flowers, left side.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Now Jackson.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know what's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try to match his athleticism.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Throw left side complete. That's Poe. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Tyler Luke now for the extra point.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Romeo Doubs, his intended receiver.
But it's going to be 2nd down.
You look at this Baltimore defense.
They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up?
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all. Inside the 10-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Hey, middle.
Here's Jackson to throw.
Throw caught by Flowers.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers
from 8 yards out.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Ravens 14. Browns nothing.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Come on.
They're going to look to throw.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
David Njoku, 39 yards. And the Browns have got it back to within a score.
Point after try forthcoming. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score. Ravens 14, Browns 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Over it.
Jackson from the shotgun.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
You change it.
They run over center with Mitchell.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
The Ravens 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
Jackson.
Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
At the 13-yard line.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
You change it. Hey.
Jackson. And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Henry is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Jackson now. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. From a yard out.
And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
21, round 7. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
They'll set up a throw.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. We saw plenty of throws like this in Columbus last year. He's got his guys a 1st down.
1st down, Cleveland.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Judkins.
take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Quinshon Judkins, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Here's Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33.
Throwing is Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They go play action now. Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now it's Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Mason Graham.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football, and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
On the ready. Top roll 18. Get it. Go.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. And all of a sudden, we've got a ball game. They get the touchdown. Then on the kickoff, they get another touchdown, picking up the fumble, taking it to the house in just a matter of moments. 2 quick scores, Charles.
Every time we start to neglect special teams and big plays that occur off of them, something like this happens that reminds us we've got ourselves a game now.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. On some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on the lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
No, we changed it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 51 yards.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Jackson going to shift him around. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Boy, how about the the speed with which this offense can get down the field. It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
Don't worry. Ready? Report.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Ravens had 6 to their lead. No, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll start on the ground with Jenkins.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
The big man, Nnamdi Madubuike, there on the tackle.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Now he's going to step up and run.
Now he's going to throw deep right side.
A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Here's 3rd and a few inches.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
From the gun, Jackson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens Ravens are able to widen their advantage. Luke now for the extra point.
He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Ravens 38, Browns 21.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. He'll look to throw.
Open man, that's Bond. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. 70 yards.
And the Browns are able to cut into that deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, good return up past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Jackson going to change things up a bit.
Report!
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
39-yard line.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Final minute now of the third quarter.
No, we changed.
Here's Jackson to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
What ain't it? What ain't it? What is it? Hey, middle.
To throw is Jackson.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Julian Love picks it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 37-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll set up to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. great effort there. 37 yards.
And the Browns are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
Henry up the middle. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The Ravens on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Now they'll audible to something else.
Now Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Fights through it. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
Judkins will score. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.